students, good morning viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel with yours truly. This is Sir Dante, and this time we're going to discuss the particle nature of matter. So we have learning competency or objective, explain the properties of solids, liquids, and gases based on the particle natures or nature of matter. And we have our introduction. So our planet Earth contains several land features, bodies of water, and protective layers of atmosphere, which altogether make life possible. So yan po yung components para magkaroon ng buhay sa mundo, magkaroon po ng living sa mundo. We have the land, we have the water, and the atmosphere. No matter how large they seem, they are just example of the three phases of matter that naturally exist in the planet, namely solids, liquids, and gases. And we have nature of matter. According to the Greek philosopher Aristotle, any object can be divided infinitely into smaller pieces. Yan. According to Aristotle, ang anumang bagay sa mundo pwedeng i-divide daw sa pinakamaliit na piraso na particle. And according naman kay Democritus, if an object is cut into smaller and further smaller pieces, one may finally attain the smallest indivisible particle, which he referred to as atomus, which means indestructible. And the concept is called atomism. Yan. Dito naman kay Democritus, pin-emphasize niya talaga. Ang object daw, kung ang object daw ay cut into smaller at sa pinakamaliit na pieces, makukuha natin, ma-attain natin yung pinaka-indivisible particle, smallest indivisible particle. Ang tawag doon ay atomus or atoms. Ang ibig sabihin, indestructible, at yung concept, yung idea, ang tawag atomism. And this concept of Democritus was rejected during their time, since Aristotle is more influential in the scientific and religious community, and his theories were widely known and believed. Yan. Yung concept ni Democritus ay na-reject kasi nung panahon na yun, si Aristotle ang pinaka-powerful o ma-influential sa scientific and religious community, lalo-lalo na po sa mga scholars natin. And so we have Dalton's atomic theory. In 1708, John Dalton, born at Englisfield, England, proposed his atomic theory based on Democritus' idea on the existence of atoms. So he was a mathematics teacher at Manchester from 1793 to 1799. And Dalton's atomic theory stated as follows. So number one, all matter is composed of atoms, which are the tiny indivisible particle that cannot be created or destroyed. And the atom of one element cannot be converted into atoms of another element in a chemical reaction. And number three, all atoms of an element are alike but are different from the atoms of any other elements. And number four, compounds are formed by the chemical combination of two or more elements in a specific ratio. And we have the word atom. It is the smallest particle that retains the property of matter. In other words, the theory of the explanation of Dalton, John Dalton, is derived from the theory of Democritus. Okay? And again, we have the solid, liquid, and gases. These are the phases of matter. Right. We have matter is anything that has mass and volume. Lahat ng bagay sa mundo ang tawag matter. At yung matter na yon ay may mass at volume. So the characteristics that describe the symbol of matter are called properties. Again, properties, these are the characteristics that describe a simple matter. Right. And matter can have different properties. We have the mass. The mass is a measure of the amount of matter that the object has. And it is the measure of space occupied by an object is called volume. Again, we have two terms, different terms. We have the mass is measure of amount of matter that the object has, and we have the volume. This is the measure of the space occupied by an object. So all matter has mass and volume. Matter exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. A solid has a definite volume and shape, and its particles are held in fixed positions and their motions are restricted. And the liquid has fixed volume but does not have a fixed shape. It takes shape of the container it occupies. Its particles are free to move because they are held together less tightly than those of a solid. Tandaan nyo solid, may definite shape siya, may definite volume. Fixed po yung shape niya at volume. At yung kanyang particle, nakahead lang in a fixed position. Hindi po gumagalaw yung particle ng solid. And their motion are restricted. Okay, restricted po. And the liquid has fixed volume, may fixed volume siya, but does not have a fixed shape. Tandaan nyo may volume, may fixed volume siya, pero yung shape niya, hindi fixed, pwede magbago. It takes shape of the container, depende sa container na inoccupy nung liquid, okay? Its particles are free to move because they are held together less tightly than those of a solid. And the gas has neither a fixed volume nor shape because its particles are apart and have complete freedom of motion to assume the shape of the closed container and fill its entire volume. Okay, neither a fixed volume nor shape. All matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. There are other properties of matter such as hardness, texture, color, flexibility, malleability, and electrical conductivity which vary from one sample to another. Right, so let's proceed. We have a table, properties, first column, second column, solid, third column, liquid, and fourth column, gas. So properties, example, distance between particle, solid very close to each other. Diba? Distance. Liquid, not too close nor too far from each other. And gas, very far apart from each other. Yan po ang pagkakaiba ng tatlo. Distance between particles. So we have the attractive force. Attractive force between particles. Ang solid, very strong. Why very strong? Kasi dikit-dikit po sila talaga. Kaya nahulugan yung attractive force ay napakataas. Sa liquid naman, intermediate, katamtaman lang. And sa gas naman, very weak or negligible. Sa shape naman, ng solid has definite shape. And sa liquid naman, no definite shape and takes the shape of its container. Depende po sa container na nilalagyan. At yung gas naman, no definite shape and takes the shape of its container. Yan. Density. When we say density, anong ibig sabihin? When we say density, this is the ratio between mass and volume, or it is the compactness of an object which is related to the number of particles found in a given space being occupied. Yan po ang density. It is the compactness of an object which is related to the number of particles found in the given space being occupied. Okay? So, high ang density ng solid, intermediate. Ang liquid, katamtaman. At ang gas ay low ang kanyang density. Yung compactness ng mga particles. Okay? Compressibility. When we say compressibility, from the word compress. Okay? O, tingnan nyo Ang solid, very low ang compressibility. Why? Kasi, pag sinabing compressibility, this the particle can be compressed. Di ba, ang karamihan sa mga solid, hindi na pwede i-compress. Di ba? Yung liquid, pwede pa. Katamtaman lang, intermediate. Yung gas talaga, pwede pang i-compress. Very high po ang compressibility ng gas. Okay? We have the word diffusibility. Diffusibility, ang solid po, very low. Ano ibig sabihin ng diffusibility? This is the particle can be intermingled with particles of other object. In other words, yung particle ng isang object pwedeng i-combine doon sa particle ng another object. Yung solid po, very low. Yung liquid, intermediate, or katamtama lang, pwede rin. Pero very high talaga na pwedeng i-combine yung particles ng mga gases. Halimbawa, oxygen to carbon dioxide or whatever gases, nitrogen or other gas, okay, elements. Pwede po yun. Example of solid is marble. Example of liquid is cooking oil. Yung mantika. Example of gas is cooking gas, yung LPG natin. Okay? So let's proceed. Okay, state of matter. We have a table, comparison of physical properties. Of the three states of matter, we have solid, liquid, and gas. These are the states of matter. We have the properties, shape, volume, compressibility, density. Solid, ito po yung kumbaga pinakasama rin, no? Solid has its own shape. Ang volume naman has its own volume, ang solid. Compressibility, very slight. Density, high. Ang liquid po natin, assume shape of container. Okay? And yung kanyang volume has its own volume, ang liquid. Slight naman yung kanyang compressibility. Density naman ng liquid, somewhat high. And we have the gas, assume shape of container. Ang volume, fill the volume of its container. Ang compressibility ng gas, easily compressible. And density ng gas ay low. Yan. So these are the summary of the comparison of physical properties of the three states of matter. And example of matter and matters. Right? Ulitin natin ha. Matter, anything that is anything that has mass in volume, di ba? That is matter. Example, sugar, water, stone, smoke, fog, air, leaves. Yan po ang mga matter natin. Kasi meron silang mass, meron silang volume. While yung non-matter naman, wala silang mass, wala silang volume. Again, non-matter, wala silang mass, wala silang volume. So example, energy, electromagnetic waves, light, heat, rainbow, sound, Wi-Fi. So those are the examples of matter and non-matter, right? Those are the examples of matters and non-matters, I should say. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you gained some knowledge regarding my topic. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to other people this video for more information and knowledge. Bye-bye.